What's up, viewers, subscribers, and agents alike? This is your boy, Lord Lights Fan Prince, coming at you once again. Welcome. Thank y'all for being here, and thank y'all for viewing the content. Now, mind you, I got off vacation a short while ago, and it was a lovely time. But if you're watching this video around children, please remove it from your immediate vicinity, as these videos are not for children. Okay? Simple thing is, this does not constitute legal advice. It's just simple advice. Nothing conspiratorial or anything typically crazy, as the world says. Okay? Let's be responsible adults here. Let's pull out some pens and some paper. Class is in session. All right. Cutting to the chase. Title of this video is called Power Dynamics, right? But I want you to understand what the infrastructure of the dynamic that I'm about to explain in your life depends on these soul values. Now, if you're wise, you'll listen. If you're a fool, you'll turn the video off. The choice is yours and yours alone, right? So let's speak wisely. First off, let's start with one thing that you must understand in your life. The most invaluable thing that you have is time. Okay? I know that since social media has engrossed people with countless hours of scrolling, watching videos, watching people do this and that. Let me tell you something. One thing for sure and two things for certain. If you're in a business meeting and you sit there, the first thing you do is pick up your phone instead of a pen and a piece of paper, you're already off wrong. Now, let's start with people. Who calls you most of the time in your life where you're spending most of your time always assessing their need? That's not a person you really need to contact. I know a lot of people might feel some type of way, but like, well, you know, that's my sister, that's my brother, and that's my aunt, that's my... Listen, these people have had problems long before you even existed. Okay? We're just going to keep it real. They're elders. I understand needs are expensive nowadays. That's what you have to understand. Needs with other people are expensive. Okay? So when we start talking about these dynamics, we have to start weighing who's in our life, who's causing the shift in the scale, right? The shift in the scale means this. What's adding value and what's weighing it down, right? We got to be blunt. See, most of the time when I deal with people, if it ain't important to me, then I tell people this bluntly. That's your problem. If you create a problem and ask me to come solve it and I didn't create it, that's your problem. Won't they tell you the same thing? Yes, I'm not a drop it person to just drop everything and pick something up and go. No. Because everybody has to understand if they're in your circle and they're in your life, then you have to be responsible. I'm not one of those people. Yes, I know it may seem harsh because we live in sensitive 2026. I'm not a person like that. See, people that's in my circle, I prepare for whatever they need. Because I got a life to live too. So power dynamics all starts with this. What do you spend your time on? And what people do you spend your time on? That involves your life. Okay? Now, let's talk about aligning yourself with people that think like you, but people that don't think like you. There's a big difference. Vast difference. See, if you're in a room and having a meaningful conversation with a meaningful person, then that's a person that you need to align with. If you're in a room around a bunch of people who talk about trivial things like who do you think's gonna win the Super Bowl, man, I don't want to hear that shit. Give a fuck who. I don't. That's just me. Now I know it's a lot of people that's on my channel and view my content, and yes, trivial topics just doesn't expose a level of intellect. Who in the fuck cares about a Super Bowl? Yeah, I know it's a lot of sports fans that's gonna be in the comment section might be like, you're like, okay, great. But this is the thing. It's all about dynamics. It's about the spaces that you're in. You go to work, people ask you, how was your week? It was okay. It was okay? Yeah, it was okay. That's it. Don't say too much around the wrong group of people. Now, when you understand what I'm saying, I'm not saying that you're downplaying anyone for those who are sensitive in the comment section. No, it's just that my time is valuable. That means that what I clock as far as a daily value has to be consistent with my lifestyle. You see what I'm saying? See, as a person that worked in corporate before, I hate it. But I love it because when you align yourself with the right people, then things change for you. Get promotions, get little perks and so forth. Things work. But regular people, as far as like I would consider as far as society, nah. If you're not serious about yourself, how in the world could I be serious about you? See what I'm saying? See, when you start to shift the dynamic about how you address people, it's a different world. Now, since we got down time and people, let's talk about obligations to self. How much time are you spending on your own personal mental health? Me, myself, I came back from vacation. I didn't have no Wi-Fi plan, no nothing. I had the phone off. Only time I had the phone on was to take pictures. You know why? Because time to yourself is the most valuable element that you can get. Rest of mind, peace of mind. Now, when it comes to peace of mind, that means you have to set boundaries. That means if I don't want to be bothered, I'm the type of person to be very direct and forward. I'll tell you, I don't want to be bothered. If you don't like it, that's on you. But if you force yourself, then you're going to be met with force. I don't want to be bothered. I don't want to hear that shit. That's why I tell people directly in life. I don't want to be bothered. Period. Now, me, myself, I am a very straightforward, direct person. I know that may offend sensitive 2026, but I don't give a fuck in my adult life. If I don't like you, I don't talk to you. That's just the way it is. A lot of people feel this way. They feel like they have to go to social engagements and they have to just talk to everybody. No, me, I read the room. I know who to talk to. The people who say the least. That's who I talk to. So one thing about your life that you have to understand about power dynamics is knowing how to use your energy. That's all you have. That's your life. That's your energy. That's your life force. You see what I'm saying? And when you know how to move, you can shake the room. See what I'm saying? Let's just say you're in a loud environment and somebody's trying to talk to you. Say, could we go to a quieter place? It's very easy. Let's just say you go into a loan office and you say you're looking for a financier. See, there's a big difference between a loan officer and a financier. Let me alleviate the difference between the two. See, a financier invests its energy into you as far as what you can actually help, as far as what you're doing. See, people who go to loan offices, they're like, oh, well, you know, I just want a little $5,000. Man, financiers don't be worried about that shit. And if you tap into the right circles, you don't have to pay nothing out of pocket. Yeah. See, when you shift the dynamic, there's a way that you roll. Loans are for people who just trying to tap out. Financiers is where you get the big influence with the right people. And it's a lot of people who are in that realm that they don't look at you as a commodity like a loan officer would. They look at you as one question, and one question they'll ask you. If you take my hook, you'll get the bait. Check this out. What are you willing to risk? If you can't answer that question in less than 5 minutes, you've exhausted yourself too much. What you should say is this: everything. And that gets you in the gate. This ain't no cheap financial advice like on TikTok or something. No, this is real life ethics. Overextending yourself too much is the reason why a lot of people in their life do not wind up where they want to be. That's just fundamental. I've cut off friends, so-called friends, family, so-called family, and started to expand myself. Now, here's where it gets a little bit sticky. Most people, especially those who view themselves in my YouTube community, y'all live in what's called the comfort zone. See, a lot of people say, hey, as long as I got enough money and enough this and my family's happy, I'm happy. That is a fucking trap. That is the biggest trap you will ever set for yourself in life. Because one thing that you have to understand, there is nobody in your life that's going to be content with what you provide. Ask me how I know. You could prepare a whole meal for 4 hours, 5 hours, whatever. And then you'll have this individual in your life that you will invite to eat. I don't like it. See, you can't make everybody happy. That's just an analogy. You can't make everybody happy. See, one story that they told us when we was, growing up in the public school system, Goldilocks and the Three Bears. This bed is too hard. This bed is too soft. This bed is just right. Ran through a whole person's house when they weren't home. Wasn't satisfied because you wasn't supposed to be there. First off, the moral of the story is you wasn't supposed to be there in the first place, you go-ahead bitch. Fuck is wrong with you? That's what people didn't understand about it. They thought it was just funny. You fuck. This is the reality. That's what I said. I kept it real. And they sent me to the principal's office because I kept it 1,000. I was like, you wasn't supposed to be there. What's the moral? They always ask you, what's the moral of the story? And I swear I said this in 3rd grade. I said, the go ahead bitch was supposed to be there. Got sent to the principal's office. But you know what happened? I got sent to the principal's office. I was doing office work all day. So was I really on suspension? No. I just thought beyond my years. I was running errands. I was handing out files. I wasn't in trouble. So a lot of people when I was growing up, they was like, you're like a young adult. And I was like, kinda. But I'm a child at heart. But yeah, more of the story is get people out of your life that don't belong. Start asking yourself this question. When you wake up in the morning, who do you see? What do you see? What is your vision? What's your mission? See, this is about you. This ain't about advice that I'm giving on like YouTube for like, it's about you. What do you see? Who do you see? And where do you see yourself excelling to? And also the most fundamental fact, what's holding you back? See, American culture teaches you two things. Eat, drink, be merry. Okay, cool. That only lasts for what? A night, 2 nights, 3 nights, 4 nights, 5 nights, whatever. But one thing about merriment, it can cost you. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I tell people, you know, working in corporate and so forth, they'll be like, you want to come to a holiday party? Of course not. No. They're like, why not? Because here's the thing that they don't tell you about in corporate holiday parties. There's drinks there, right? Here's the trap. There's drinks there. If you are a person who ain't performing like you're supposed to perform and you're indulging more in drink, lays on you. Just the way that works. You know what I'm saying? Way that works. You done put a laser on you. You just didn't even know it. But if you're a person who knows temperance, and you're like, okay, cool. Nah, I have a border. You know what I'm saying? It shows this, that you are responsible. And they'll ask you again, another thing. Oh, so there's plenty of drinks and food. No, I'm cool. Every invitation is not always a good one. Like I said, and I say it time and time again, that's why I don't go to family functions. And people be like, well, are you? I'm asocial, not anti. I'm asocial. That means I choose who I want to be around. Just because you send me an invite in the mail and say, well, hey, you want to come sometimes? No. Because I've learned enough amongst the years, so many years I've lived, of who I want to be around and who I don't. Most family functions is like this. It starts out like the club game room. Or like if you've been to a casino, it's like that. You know what I'm saying? Loud conversation, loud talking, loud drinking. I am a man that likes to go lounge with people. Minimal noise, minimal music, light vibe, chill, relax. Family functions are just, I don't know, loud and boisterous. Then you got 9,000 kids running around, and for some odd reason, children always want to attract themselves to me. Now I'm the fucking babysitter. And no, people, I have no problem with children. As it says in scripture, the little ones come unto me. We cool. But man, when you trying to relax, next thing you know, things spilling, and you know, things go clatter, and next thing you know, you hear some glass break. You like, holy, now you got to be the adult. So anyway, I say that in a humorous sense is, yes, noise is just that, but silence is power. Let's just say, for instance, you're in a room and everyone else is talking. You find you a comfortable place to sit and a comfortable time to just read the room. This is power dynamics now. Pay attention. Because what you're going to understand is one skill that a lot of y'all fail to understand. Observation. That means if you're in a room, let's just say, with a bunch of people, and you're not in your phone, you're scanning the room. If the right people around you, they'll invite themselves to you and say, hey, what's your name? Tell me your name, so forth and so on, is what it is. Introduce yourself and ask them, hey, so how may I help you? So now it's more like an invitation to service. So that means that it's an engagement. You know, most people get involved in conversation and don't understand the rules of conversation. Keep it simple, keep it light, keep it polite. See, I know comically on YouTube, yeah, I curse, so what? But I'm not in a public environment, so. But if I was in public, I have a elongated linguistic history. So I know what words to use and how to propose myself. So it is what it is. But yeah, on YouTube, I talk shit like a mother. Because this is my safe room. I can talk shit out. I'm at home. I'm at my office. I can talk as much shit as I want where I'm at. But in public, I'm not that person. No. I know how to engage publicly without getting upset or offended by anything that anyone says. And yes, my appearance does change. Yes, this is just me at home, comfortable in my own space. But in public, you won't recognize me. Not at all. But yeah, the object about power dynamics is understanding and knowing, first off, what is in your personal life that's stopping you. You don't have to go to 1,600 YouTube, Instagram channels, and all that to try to figure out the truth. It's what's in you. What's in you? That's what matters. It's what's in you. It's never what's around you. See, a lot of people want to influence the world by what's around. It's not about what's around you. It's what's in you. That's the primary question. 3 questions you should ask yourself every day, especially if you're in a position where you're in life and things are just not going right. You have to ask yourself one question. Who's stopping you? There's a such thing called a mirror. And most of the time, and I explain this to most people, it's staring back at you. Figuratively speaking, it's probably you. That is the most fundamental truth I can ever tell you. It's probably you. See, a lot of people want to reach out for help, but nobody ever talks about reaching in for help. That part. And that's words of wisdom. You know what I'm saying? Reach in for help. Reaching out, going to these places like people will be having these tarot readers and all this. Man, get that bullshit out of here. And people do what they want. You have what is called will. Now, I know that one thing that people don't understand about power dynamics, there's no such thing as free will. I'm going to let you know that right now. In a commercialist society, there's no such thing as free will. Because in a commercialist society, you may feel like you can do whatever you want, but I tell you what, it may cost you. So it's will. But now here's where we reverse the ideology of where it all begins. Because it begins with understanding I might be just using my will a little bit too wrong. Or falsely, whatever you wish to choose. It's all synonymous. Maybe I just might be using my will. See, society promotes people to do what you want. Be free. Be you. I ain't gonna say certain words on here because I ain't gonna get my video blocked because I put too much work in this video. I ain't recording this. But be you. Do this. Do that. See? Influence is about this. Knowing your will. And knowing what you will do and what you won't do. And that's called setting boundaries. Again. You know? That's just like people ask you all the time. Let's just say, hypothetically speaking, you got bar buddies. Let's go to... Nah, not tonight. That's all you gotta say. Nah, not tonight. Why not? Oh, well, you know, got things to do. Or people always call you, you know, people who deal with the Zaza. Oh, you will smoke? No, not tonight. I'm vegan. I got cabbage on the stove. See what I'm saying? It's all about dynamics. See, he who resists becomes the ruler of his own kingdom. This is your kingdom, your physical aura. So if you resist and you understand dynamics, that means that you don't have time to play. See, when people understand that, then you know what the scripture says. It says thus, resist the devil. It will flee. That means runs. Move away from you. But you know what's really going to frighten some of y'all? Some of y'all haven't done that yet. And devil does not mean a red man with horns in the corner with a pitch. No. Devil is obstacle. And this is what you have to understand in your life. Some of y'all are holding your own selves up from your own prosperity, and you just don't even know it. You have no clue exactly what I just said until you got it right there. Devil does not mean an entity. It means what you allow to block you from moving forward. That's your devil. It's not a person. Sometimes it could be. Or it could be a thing. Sometimes laziness, procrastination, not doing due diligence, just letting the world crumble around you instead of being proactive. Power dynamics. Understand, of course, we are people that are treasures in clay jars. Yeah, you get tired sometimes, but why are you tiresome and what are you getting tired over? Are you getting tired from other people? Or are you getting tired from your passion? See, when you're tired from your passion, you could be rewarded. See, your passion gives you open doors where you can see more prosperity. You can see flow. You can see an influx of things. But I'm keeping it real. As a mature man, yes, this is the truth. See, in the previous video when I said I was single, that means the I. Single. That means focused. It had nothing to do with no relationship. A lot of people in the comment section think it doesn't. No. Single. That means objective. That means you have a goal, a consideration of where you're headed in life. That's called being single. See, society projects it to the way that you think it's got to be around people. No, it's not. It's about you. Being single. Single-minded. Not double. Because there's a lot of people that's on certain paths in life, they're double-minded. But as it says in scripture, a double-minded person is unstable in all their ways. Even the birds confirm it. Y'all don't get it. But you do now. And that's in less than 31 minutes. So, as I will always say, and this is the humorous part, get off your ass and do something. Because ain't nobody going to give nothing to you. If you want life to give you something, forget about it. You can forget about that bullshit they talk in these elections and so forth. Ain't nobody giving you a damn thing. It's sort of like a person be like, let me hold $100 till Thursday. Don't Thursday never come? It never comes. You gotta catch people in traffic. You gotta catch them slipping. Hey, remember that? But see, we gotta stop living like this mentality. Because one thing for sure, if I give it to you, I'm not expecting it back. Because guess what? I open my hands to receive the rays of the wings of the Most High to give me what I want. So if I give it to you, whatever. Now, I ain't saying I'm a fucking treasure chest either. You know what I'm saying? And that's what y'all have to understand about dynamics. The open hand and the closed hand policy. And this is the final point I'm going to leave on. It's never about money. The one thing that you have to hold on to with your strongest might is your time. Your time matters. You know how many people live life and they always say, I regret. One of the worst terms I could ever hear come out of a person's mouth. I regret that I never did what I was supposed to do. And that is a heart-wrenching thing. Like, straight up, like. So you have to ask some questions. So why? One of the worst things I ever heard come out of a person's mouth was, I didn't believe in myself. Do you know what that sounds like to a person that you know has not lived a life of potential to say, I didn't believe in myself? Let that sink in. Are you going to be one of those people? If you on my channel, you better not motherfucking be. Better believe in yourself and you better drive yourself forward. What you waiting on? The milkman? But I tell people I'm humorous about my expression, but I'm dead honestly, lively serious. If you don't believe in yourself, who will? I know a lot of people I talk to, they say, well, you know, my family, it's not about that. My family don't understand what I'm talking about. Sometimes you just gotta just do you. Doing you is just merely existing in your passion of what you believe. It's like I be in public, right? Let's just say this, because I'm gonna keep cooking. I got enough time. But a lot of people come around and be like, do you believe in such and such? Do you believe that you? Could I give you a pamphlet? Could I give you offers everywhere? Right? But let me tell you one thing about offers. Offers come with a commitment. Right? The question is, you have to be the logical thinker. What am I committing to? It helps you develop a better understanding of the world you're around. See, it's like when my doorbell rang. I don't open the door. I don't know you. That's just the way it is. I got a ring camera for a reason. Shit. And a lot of people have to understand that they're this world that we live in wants you to just accept what it offers. And no, every offer is not a good offer. Understand this fundamentally in business. Yours. Every offer is not a good one. Because remember, they come with obligations. They come with them. But it's a kicker. Just know which ones you accept and which ones are going to benefit you, not take from you. And that's the truth. Straight up. That's one of the reasons why most people say, well, you ain't got no debts, no so forth, so on and so on, because I know how to fucking read. I know how to read. When something comes in the mail, very seldom nowadays, but I know how to read. And that's one of the things I want people to start understanding on my channel, and I'm going to elaborate on more in the future. Sometimes it's never about what's on the front of the paper. Flip it over. It's not about what's on the front. Flip it over. Doesn't a check have both sides? You read the amount and then you just sign. Man, this is going to be a fun year. I can tell you that much. While everybody's worried about the semifinals in the World Cup series, so forth and so on, I'm just going to be the one to say it right now to be the game spoiler. Argentina's going to win. Since y'all want to talk about trivia stuff. You'll see. It's going to be a close game. It's true. Love y'all, all my viewers and subscribers. Stand in the fight. Stand in the paint. You know, no fight is won until you basically say, I give up. That's a one fight. No, it's not about brutalizing somebody and tearing somebody up. It's the moment you say you give up. That's when the fight's won. You know what I'm saying? Never a quitter. You know what I'm saying? Don't quit. Stay in the fight. Believe in yourself. Even if some days it may seem as if it just is too much to bear, you have what is called endurance. Endure. As it says in scripture, he and she, one and of the same, that endures to the end shall be saved. Endure to the end. Don't quit. That's where you get your results. See, quitters don't get anything. You know how it is like elementary school where they used to have like relay races and they used to give a person a little last place ribbon. Most disrespectful thing I ever seen in elementary school. But then they have a person that's in front with the trophy. But guess what? Remember this though, in Ecclesiastes it says this, quote unquote, the race is not to the swift. It's not to the swift. It's not about who's the fastest. It's about all in this, and I'm going to keep this in conclusion. Who's the most calculated? It's not about what you think. It's not about being fast. It's about being calculated. Calculation means analysis, diagnosis, and prognosis all at one time. It's never about being the first one in the class to raise your hand and try to give the wrong answer. You get it? The first one to raise their hand and get a wrong answer gets embarrassed. But I was a child who sat in the back of the class. And I still do this until this very day. Guess what? Never failed me. Didn't want to sit in the front seat of the class, try to be the quote unquote teacher's pet. You know how humiliating that sounds? I was the one in the back of the class taking notes, analyzing. I didn't ask for permission to use the bathroom. I just walked out. Sometimes you gotta live life just like that. So hopefully this helps y'all. And all those who I said I was gonna talk to after vacation, I'm available. I'm open. My phone line's open again. Holla at me. But one thing I'll tell you this in this video, don't waste my time. I do not have time to waste. You know what I'm saying? So, if you're serious, be serious. If you're not, that's not on me. That's on you. And that's true. But yeah, I hope y'all take this video in consideration. The class was in session. Teacher opts out. 10-4. Peace, light, love. Agents, I'm going to give y'all a break because I got on vacation. Psych, fuck you. I'll see y'all soon.